Good afternoon, graduates. Good afternoon, family members. Good afternoon, everyone who is here to celebrate these remarkable women. Thank you so much, President Campbell, for that warm introduction, but also for your tremendous leadership, not just of Spelman College, but the entire Spelman sisterhood, a family that spans generations, stretches across borders, and goes around this globe, all blossoming from a tree planted 135 years ago. Let me also acknowledge Chairman Brewer and the Spelman Board of Trustees for their stewardship of this great institution. And let me also salute a few of your members I've had the privilege of meeting earlier today. Your class president, Nia Evering, and my future colleague in the law. Your student government president, Zarina Mustafa, and all the work that she has done over this year. And my fellow orator on the stage, your valedictorian, Faith Kirkland. Let me also salute the other award recipients today. Sister Precious Muhammad, who has lived a life of faith and service to others that is an inspiration to us all. And my fellow honorary degree recipient, Stevie Wonder. I had written some kind words to say, but I will simply quote the discussion that Stevie had with my father earlier, before we came down to this beautiful event, when my father, in saying hello, said, "There's some who preach the gospel through words, and there are some who preach the gospel through music, but it's the same gospel." Stevie, thank you for your message of love and faith in humanity and love and faith in our possibilities. Now, you've received many awards, deservedly so, but I suspect that one of your most meaningful achievements is about to walk across this stage with her class in a few moments and join you in attaining a Spelman degree. I am so grateful to be here with all of you this afternoon. It's an enormous privilege to receive an honorary degree from Spelman College, but it's an even greater gift to be part of this happy occasion, to stand alongside all the professors, all the administrators, and the family members who've given so much to help you reach this day, and to join them in congratulating you on this job. And even though I have not been with them every step of the way for you as they have, looking out at all of you, I join them in saying how incredibly proud I am of all of you. 2016, congratulations. Now let me also extend a very welcome and very special acknowledgement to our most special guests, the families and the friends of our graduates. You're all here to celebrate. Mothers, fathers, siblings, grandparents, aunties, cousins, friends. You are all here because that's what families do. We come together to commemorate the most special times in your lives. When you graduate, we graduate. And I also suspect that we may have been on you, graduates, a little bit lately, maybe even a little bit more than usual. And that's because all of this is finally so real to all of us. We are finally seeing you as the women that you were born to be. And even though we do know that you're ready to fly, you're ready to soar, we hold on just a little while longer. And we pull you and we prod you. We ask you all those questions. You want to live where? That's so far away. Are you going to church? What's happening with that young man? Why won't you accept my Facebook friend request? Now, on that last one, if I leave you with any advice today, don't accept it. Just don't. Just let it sit there. Now, I know it seems like we're actually holding on to you so tightly now, just when you were headed off into the world. But it's because even as we see you today in all your graduation glory, we also see you on your first day of school when you still held our hand to cross the street. And know this, as you listen and as you sigh, as only a daughter can do, that all of our prodding, all of our questioning, all of our hovering comes from a love and a pride that is so deep and so boundless that when we look at you, it literally takes our breath away. So please forgive us if we want to hold on just a little while longer. But we know that when we do let go and you hit the world, you will shine. Now, it's also possible that when you take a look at the world that you are about to inherit, you may find yourself wanting to hold on a little bit longer as well. It is certainly true that we are in challenging times. We just are. We have ethnic strife across the globe. We have the largest wave of refugees into Europe since World War II. Since World War II, with an attendant rise in xenophobia and ethnic hatred that pulls at our darkest memories. Our oceans are rising, our seas are warming, and in this country as well, right here at home, we face threats to our national security, to our cybersecurity, threats to our most vulnerable population. We have the challenges of building and strengthening the bonds of trust between law enforcement and the community. And that is not a small task. We have the challenge of protecting the sacred right to vote. That is not a job we will ever drop. And we still have too many instances in this beautiful country of ours where our friends, our family, suffer discrimination and harm because of where they're from, because of what they look like, because of where they worship, because of whom they love, or because of something as profoundly simple and private as where they use a restroom. Now, we see all these challenges facing you, facing all of us, and they are indeed daunting. But let me tell you what else I see. I see a global recognition that we cannot allow the despots of the world to rest their feet on the necks of their people. I see scientific advances that will change the way that we live and the way that we heal ourselves. And as painful as the incidents are that have spurred all our outrage, I see a conversation on civil rights in this country, the likes of which we have not had since the days of the civil rights movement itself. Now, my faith in our ability to not just withstand, but to conquer these challenges is bolstered by what else I see today. I see over 480 strong and motivated young women who've already decided to use their choices to change the world. I see the agents of change who are already committed to making a difference in their communities. I see brilliant and driven leaders, yes, all of you, with the potential to leave a lasting mark on the world. I see Spelman graduates. You exude the poise, the elegance, and the confidence that this institution strives to confer, the qualities that will mark you as a Spelman woman for the rest of your life. But most importantly, I see a sisterhood, one that will stand together every step of the way, no matter how difficult the circumstances, no matter how daunting the tasks. And I know that especially from where you sit today, the tasks ahead do seem daunting. But know this, we have been here before. We have faced fundamental challenges to our goodwill, to our very humanity, and we have prevailed. Our strength as a people, our strength as a country, has always been to turn great challenges into great opportunities. And many of our greatest advances in equal rights, in human rights, have come after searing pain and heartbreaking loss. This has never been easy, but we have always pushed ever on, and with every challenge we face, with every milestone we overcome, we come just a little bit closer to that essential dream of this country. We have held the equality of all men to be self-evident. We have fought to maintain a government by the people, for the people, and of the people. And we have followed a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. These are our values. These are our beliefs. And when we hold on to them, we do great things. And what we've learned from all of our challenges is not that our values are not true, not that our values are not good, but that every generation must commit to them and work to make them real for the challenges of their time. And we've also learned that the catalysts for change have always been young people just like you. Young people who reject stereotypes, who turn away from old ways of thinking, who insist that we can and will do better. Now, I cannot tell you that your choice to change the world, the way you live in service and honor and obligation to others, I can't tell you this will always be comfortable. I can't predict the exact results of your actions, but I can assure you, I can tell you today, that by working to improve the circumstances of your own particular time and place, you will create ripples of change that will flow far into the future, expanding as they go in ways that none of us can ever imagine. And if you need proof of that, look no further than our own history in this country. Now, we know that the lawyers and the merchants who gathered in the Pennsylvania State House to declare their independence from Britain did not have you and me in mind when they asserted that all men are created equal. They weren't thinking about us. They had pushed us off the page. But their words have inspired movements for equality ever since. Because one does not claim liberty and equality by virtue of one's gender or race, but by virtue of being a child of God. And the organizers of the Seneca Falls Convention in 1848, who were trying to get women the vote, did not expect to awaken a national campaign. But their example has galvanized and empowered women to this day. Because when the full force of womanhood is awakened, nations change and dreams come true. And the students, your age, who sat at a lunch counter in Greensboro, North Carolina, who sat in the basement of my father's church and planned their next move, were not looking to change federal law, but their actions ignited a wave of protest throughout the South that fueled the civil rights movement everywhere and helped bring about a greater society. Because when freedom is awakened in the hearts of a people, it will never sleep again. And the 11 women, some of them former slaves, who sought an education in the dim basement of an Atlanta church 135 years ago, did so not knowing if their dream of an education for themselves, for all their daughters, for all of us, would ever come true. But you're here, we are here because of them. Because the power of Black women to lean on faith to make a way out of no way can move mountains. Graduates, class of 2016, you are the heir to the vision of the founders, to the courage of those suffragists, to the persistence of those students, and to the determination of those women. Now, each of them sought to improve their own circumstances, but they also expanded the sphere of opportunity, not just for themselves, but also for generations to come. But know this also, as you think about their example, as you think about the legacy they leave, and sometimes the burden that can place on you. They all, every one of them, at one time sat exactly where you sit today, on the brink of moving into a world that they were still learning how to navigate, that they were not sure would open its arms to them and their talents. And they all wondered, as you do, how will I find that way? What will be my path? And they moved into the world not knowing what impact they would have, and in many instances not even living to see the fruition of their efforts. But they sought not a title, but a task. They stepped out on faith and wanted to be known for their works. And as you all prepare to leave here today, I urge you to draw strength from that inheritance, to lean on that example, and never doubt the smallest step can create the most sweeping change. I want you to go forth into this world that is waiting for you. Explore the sciences that will expand our world, the economies that keep it running, and the laws that set us free. But I urge you to never lose sight of our comrades in humanity, on whose behalf we are all called to work with a faith that will sustain us through it all. And this is my call to you, to find your change and to live it. And my graduates, my sisters, don't ever forget to lean on the bonds of sisterhood. That will sustain you through your questions. It will support you through your work. It will give you the strength to carry on no matter how challenging the task. It will be there for you no matter how long you need it, all the days of your life, for a year, or just 166 days. And so, today, we let go of your hand, knowing that you will soar. You will fly, not just across the street, but across the world, knowing that as much as we want to hold you close, the world needs you more. So I want to congratulate you, the class of 2016. Thank you for letting me spend a few minutes in your brilliance today. I cannot wait to see what you all achieve, because I already am so much in awe of what you have wrought. Congratulations, graduates, your families, and all of us who've come here to celebrate these wonderful, wonderful women. Thank you.